Hey guys, how's it going? Stoutman coming back at you once again, and today I'm going to talk to you about some stuff that I picked up for Free Comic Book Day. Sadly, by the time that I got around to checking out the comic book shops for Free Comic Book Day, they really didn't have much left. But I was able to pick up a few interesting little tidbits, little things here and there for free, and then I also picked up some things. I picked up something at the comic book shop because everything was 20% off in honor of Free Comic Book Day. And then I decided to do a little thrifting as well, go to my favorite Goodwill and check out what they had, and I actually found some interesting stuff, including another comic book. So yeah, I figured I'd just throw all that in here with this particular update. So for Free Comic Book Day, I managed to pick up these two free comics for myself: Superman and Batman. This Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice comic book tie-in. I'm not sure exactly what goes on here, but yeah, get ready. So yeah, very happy to get some free comic books here for Free Comic Book Day. Got this one for free, and I also picked up one of these. The interesting thing about this is that this appears to include comics from 3 different franchises. I think Dark Horse is really trying to sell their stuff, which I don't blame them. They lost Star Wars and they're kind of not doing too well, but they still got some interesting stuff, like, hey, check out this Aliens Defiance. So yeah, I saw that and immediately thought that looks freaking awesome. But when you flip the cover and look at the full, like, legitimate cover here, it is Serenity, and then at the bottom here you see it also includes Hellboy in there somewhere. So yeah, I mean, it's cool to get a nice little taste of all of the comic books that you got here. Hellboy by Mike Mignola. Very interested to check out what's up with all this. But yeah, that was the only other free comic that I was able to find. Everything else was gone by the time that I got there. So yeah. That being said, I did feel like supporting my local comic book shop, and they had a 20% off sale, so I decided to finally do myself a favor and pick up Volume 1 of the Invader Zim comics. So this has the first 5 comics in the series of Invader Zim, which I've been meaning to read for freaking ever now. Well, now I can read the first 5 issues. Very happy about that. And yes, nice glassy collection here, and when you look at the pages, they're all fairly nice and glassy as well. Very cool. Very happy to have this in my collection. I just have been meaning to read this for the longest time, and after I started reading Persepolis the other week, because I got that at a thrift store, I decided, you know what, I want to keep this whole comic reading thing going, and Invader Zim has been on my list for a while, so let's do that one next. Yeah. So yeah, very cool. I ended up getting this for $15.99, which I'm pretty sure like the digital version is a little bit cheaper or whatever, but I don't even give a fuck. Look at this. Look at this nice, glassy, beautiful copy right here. Love it. And that's all that I was able to pick up at the comic shop today. But then I went over to my favorite Goodwill, and as usual, because they're my favorite, they had some interesting stuff there, including one particular comic that I felt was worthy of picking up here. All their comics are $1, which, well, it's not like, ooh, I'm getting a really good deal, but you know, it's the same price that you're going to find at comic book shops for old comics, right? For ones that aren't really popular or notable or anything like that. So when I saw this for $1, I figured, heck, that's less than it originally cost. Check this out. Ren and Stimpy Show Issue 7. Hell yeah. One particular reason that I decided to pick this up is because, one, I haven't read it before, but 2, I'm pretty sure, like with all these comics that were based on, or most of these comics at least, that were based on for instance, the other Nickelodeon comics, they all basically did like a one story per issue thing. It wasn't like a continuing story kind of thing. And Ren and Stimpy, I'm pretty sure, is just like that. So I figured, you know what, to get one story out of the Ren and Stimpy comics, which they do just a bunch of different random stories, I'm pretty sure, that's a pretty good deal for $1. I'll do that. Hell yeah. And yeah, I love Ren and Stimpy, so why not pick up the comic for $1 in honor of Free Comic Book Day? But then, while I was looking around Goodwill, I discovered a few more interesting items that weren't comic books, but were fairly good deals. The first two things that I noticed were actually, I don't know if they were cleverly hidden, but they did appear, like I didn't see them the first time I glanced over, right? Because they were in the VHS section, right? And I like going into the VHS section and looking for stuff like, well, last week I found this, as you'll recall, right? I like looking for the rarities that nobody thinks to, buy anymore. So I was looking in the VHS section as it was, and they had a bunch of stuff this week that was old Disney clamshell releases. But it wasn't anything that's like a super rare, important edition or anything like that. A super rare, important movie. It was all the stuff that you typically see at Goodwill or at other thrift stores, right? So I just kind of glanced over all of them, just thinking, I don't see anything here. Well, okay, whatever, But as I took a closer look in order to get a real good look at what kind of VHS tapes they had there, I noticed that among these clamshell were 3 PS2 games, and these were not ordinary PS2 games. Now, mind you, I don't have a PS2 right now, but these particular PS2 games were so good and so rare, and you don't see them every day kind of situations, that I couldn't turn them down. So I decided to go ahead and pick up, first off, for $5, Xenosaga Episode 1 here. And yes, it's the black bar, complete in box. And I checked the disc. The disc is in good condition. Good to go. And then next up, right alongside that role-playing game for the PS2, I found another role-playing game for the PS2. One that I'm pretty sure I've actually looked at before and have considered playing in the past. So yeah, very cool to find this for $5. That is Phantom Brave. This is, I believe, a JRPG. I haven't actually really dug into this ever before, or if I have, it's been long enough that I don't remember much about it. But what's really cool about this particular edition of Phantom Brave is that it's the special edition, which means when I say complete in box, I mean it's complete in box, and here is the original soundtrack for the damn game. That's the game. This is the soundtrack for the game. How awesome is that? It has everything. Awesome. I know. So even if I didn't like these games and wasn't planning to get a PS2, which I will be getting a PS2 at some point here in the near future, or possibly far future, I don't know. Even if that wasn't a part of my plans, these would still be really good pickups, just because they are kind of a more rare kind of title. They're the role-playing games that are really, I wouldn't say this one's very popular. I don't think a lot of people talk about this one. But this one's a very popular title for PlayStation 2. And this one strikes me as something that's probably a little bit more, or less talked about, but still something that people might look for. So I guess what I'm trying to get across here is, even if I don't like them, even if I play them and decide that I don't like them, I'll still be able to sell them for more than $5 more than likely, especially considering that they are the original black bar, in particular in this case, and considering that they are complete in box. So yeah, that's pretty damn awesome to me. I don't know about you, but I think that's freaking awesome. Oh, and if you're curious what the third game was, because I told you there were 3 games that were stuffed in there in the VHS section, it was a red bar copy of Xenosaga. And I'll tell you what, It didn't stay there for long because somebody else came along, somebody just like me, a nerd just like me, who's looking for gold, right? And he was showing me how there was a copy of what looked to be a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii, right? Except the disc wasn't in it. The disc that was in it was actually for a Dragon Ball Z game that's worth like $2 or something like that. One of those mass-produced Dragon Ball Z games that nobody really liked, you know? But after he told me that, I was like, oh, this guy's looking for games. So I said, oh, did you pick up on this? There was another copy of this over there. And he just pulls out of his stack of games that he's picked up, and he's just like digging through them, and he shows me the red bar cover or copy that he picked up there. So yeah, I mean, hey, it didn't sit there for long. Somebody else picked it up. I'm glad too, because I mean, that's a pretty damn good deal. Both of these were really good deals. So yeah. Last but not least, and I mean that, and I guess kind of in fitting with Free Comic Book Day, because it's really got this comic book kind of art style to it, I found a Blu-ray here for $5, and it was actually still sealed, mind you. A sealed Blu-ray at Goodwill for $5 of Weird Al Yankovic Live, the Alpocalypse Tour. Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. So the track list includes Polka Face, TMZ, Smells Like Nirvana, Skipper Dan, Party in the CIA, CNR, Let Me Be Your Hug, Canadian Idiot, Wanna Be Your Lover, medley of Money for Nothing, Beverly Hillbillies, Whatever You Like, Another Tattoo, eBay, I Want a New Duck, theme from Rocky 8, Spam My Baloney, Ode to a Superhero, Lasagna, and Eat It. It also includes Amish Paradise, Craigslist, Perform This Way, White and Nerdy, Fat, The Saga Begins, and Yoda. So, a lot of songs on there. A lot of awesome music in this Weird Al Live Blu-ray. And you know the way Weird Al does his live shows, he goes all out, he gets into costume, he really gets into the feel of it, you know. So if he's doing Smells Like Nirvana, he dresses up like Kurt Cobain. If he's doing Fat, he wears the fat suit, right? So I think that's fucking awesome. And I never actually got to go see him live in concert, so I figured, what the hell? $5 for a Blu-ray of him in concert? Fuck yeah. Hell to the yeah. And apparently it also includes music videos for Perform This Way and Polka Face, extra live concert performances, Frank's 2000 TV. I love that song. You Don't Love Me Anymore. I love that song too. And You Make Me. A bunch of Al's personal YouTube videos and lots of other cool junk. So yeah, to get this completely sealed copy, brand new, of Weird Al Yankovic Live, the Apocalypse Tour for $5, yeah, that's a pretty damn good deal. And you damn skippy I picked that up. If you want to know what the inside looks like, at least it's not a stupid eco case. You know what I mean? So yeah, that'll do it. That's what I picked up on Free Comic Book Day. I got a bunch of comics, as you can see here. Got myself some free stuff. Got myself some stuff that wasn't so free, but it was worth it. And then I picked up a couple of rare or slightly rare games, and then Weird Al Yankovic Live, the Apocalypse Tour. So yeah, this I guess was a successful thrifting and comic book day haul. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Haul. So that's it. That'll do it for me. I mean, that's what I got. So yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.